Hello, this is Solomon, and we are going to be looking at this 2v2 on side by side. And this is going to be one of the more educational videos. I'm going to do a lot more explaining and analysis. So it's Japan, US versus Soviet US. Really not good. I mean, Japan's really strong on its maps, since they can just put pillboxes in the middle, or pillboxes wherever, and go air. And their air comes out so quick, it can just strafe depots. Even. Our Lebanon is a super interesting secondary base right here. I do 3 barracks artillery base. I know there's gonna be pillboxes, but it's still really good to get infantry, heavy infantry out. Then artillery A is obviously important against Japan. And if we're getting rid of the pillboxes. Yeah, like he could have strafed his depot. He would have got there in time, I think, if he didn't like loiter. Pillbox. Now, here's the first question. This is a barracks right away, so it gets strafed, but whatever. Now, the enemy has an R base barracks start. So why do I go heavy infantry when there's pillboxes and armor? Now, it's Stuarts versus Lees matter. So, he makes Lees, fortunately. Because I could have canceled the heavy infantry attack, the gvardiya attack, and gotten an AT base instead. But against Lees are just so slow that you can kill them with infantry anyway, as long as you encircle them. Stuarts is a lot more difficult, but you can maybe get away with it. And heavy infantry, like outside his tank rush, if you kill the tank rush, then you can use the heavy infantry to do anything. Heavy infantry are the most versatile unit in the game. But if I build an AT base, I'll have base AT guns. What are they going to do? They're just going to sit around and do nothing, pretty much. They're slow, they're going to get strafed to death. They're not going to kill infantry, they're not going to kill the pillbox, they're not going to do anything. They're not going to do anything when Persian shows up, in case you keep them hidden somewhere. Like, they're not going to be useful. Well, heavy infantry are going to be useful. And you can use them after this initial engagement. Now, if he did do a Stuart rush of like 6-7 Stuarts, you would probably need to go AT to fight it off, unless he fucked up real bad and got ambushed by the gvardiya or something. Make some A pieces. Star Lebanon is making a barracks. Fortunately, my enemy is going after Star Lebanon first, and he ends up making a AT bunker for that. Second pillbox comes out, which is not really necessary in my opinion. It's a bit overkill. I'm gonna lose this barracks for whatever. I send these infantry over here to intercept. And there's no recon actually, which is okay. Now there's recon. So yeah, we saved a depot, which is really nice. And the Stuarts die, infantry died, or Willie's dies. Another anti-tank bunker right here. I guess if you didn't cancel it in time, so a bit of a waste of money. Another depot comes out. Speed it up a little. I get assault gun to kill the pillboxes. Pushka is more expensive, and if I made a pushka, it would just get strafed to death. Oh yeah, both in it. Well, okay, I think EDV started with 2 depots, but Goku only started with 1 depot. And didn't really do anything. I don't know why I didn't go paratroopers. That would have been really good on these back depots. Or just somewhere. Like paratroopers maybe on a secondary base or something. I lose artillery A base, which is really annoying. But Avi's guys coming around. Blitz. Lees are 24 speed. So they're super fucking slow. Yeah, and they all die. Now the Rinzian comes out. This is really problematic since I only have 2 AA pieces. And I actually do end up making the anti-tank base, even though it's not really necessary at this point. In retrospect, I would have canceled it. Rebuilt the artillery AA base and build more AA. Or even the airfield, but okay, so Goku disconnects, and I don't know if Lebanon just surrendered when Goku disconnected, or Goku disconnect, or if Lebanon disconnected too. But now it's a 1v1. It's a really interesting situation now. Yeah, it's really good because I don't have to worry about heavy bombers or zeros or something. I don't need to have to worry about Japanese air since now EDV owns it. And they have 4 depots, while my team has 6 depots. Oh wait, no, it's 5 depots. This one got bombed, unfortunately. That's an interesting situation, but pretty stable. Not a whole lot on the units from just a handful, like 2 pillboxes, 2 tanks, willies, and like they don't have a whole lot on the field right now. Put the AT gun up. Yeah, look at this get strafed. End up making another one. And I kill that 0, which is really... Oh, I don't kill the 0. Okay, that's really annoying. I kill 1 pillbox. I start working on a second one. I build another depot right here. And I camo, but I didn't know there was a Willys right here, or I forgot about it. So I end up losing this depot, unfortunately. And the AT base in the barracks, so it's like, well, fuck. Light bombers coming out. More strafing. And I make an airfield. Now, part of the reason the Soviet air is usable is because the Yak-25 is only 25 research, which is really cheap, so you don't have to spend a whole lot on it. All the other nations have 50 research to get their advanced fighters, so you get a free play on them. But I go Ishaks, and Ishaks are total dog shit. But I go Ishaks because EDV is spamming bombers right now. And I don't have nearly enough AA to do that. So I need planes literally right now just so EDV can't spam bombers. And I do have little AA. So if he does take an engagement over my AA, I will win the fight. So like Yak 3s, it's 50 seconds to resource and 10 seconds to build. I don't have a minute right now. He's just going to bomb more depots. He's going to bomb my airfield. Like he's just going to bomb too much in that time. So I just need planes right away, and I already have some AA up. So I just won't lose all my planes instantly. Oh yeah, okay, this is really big too. I also send my infantry right here over here. So I kill a fuck ton of planes. I think that was, what, I'm going to say 3, maybe 4, though. He ends up bombing his own airfield, and I also kill the depot. Kill the Michael. Kill the depot's dead. Kill the 0, which is really nice. Unfortunately, he isn't doing grenades. If I got him closer, if I could have killed the airfield, that would have been super fucking huge if I killed the airfield. But I wasn't microwaving it, unfortunately. But I killed so many planes. I killed all their bombers. You get an armor base out. I start making... Okay. Okay, there's a lot to talk about. So, let's look at the situation. EDV is only on... He's back to 4 depots since I killed his depot. And I have 6 depots. So I'm getting 50% more income, and I can pretty easily grab more income. Yeah, this gets fall off. Oh, I also kill some supply trucks, which is really nice. So at this point, now the KV is garbage. It's super, super garbage. Super overpriced for what it does, but this is one of those very, 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 very rare situations where you can build it. Since I just want to get the tanks away. And I don't have the AT base, and the AT base is more expensive. It's 40. Oh, this is 30. 30. Sorry, let me drink my water real quick. Okay, so the armor base is cheaper. Tanks are going to be more useful. And I can push forward with the KV-1 since he doesn't have anything to kill the KV-1. I mean, except Rangers, but I have gvardiya to kill the Rangers, so... Warhawk strafing. A little bit annoying, but whatever. I get 2 more depots. What? I think this is the barracks, actually. No, yeah, just straight up 2 more depots right there. Get the P8, seeing if I can go for a bombing run. I'm not super optimistic since the P8 is so fucking slow. But if I could get it, it would be nice. Just killing 1 depot or something. Or the airfield even. Okay, now I'm doing a lot of pushing, and EDV is researching Persians, obviously. There's nothing, he wouldn't be researching Shermans or anything. So now he builds it. So he was building it, he had to already research it. Now we're looking at Soviet mid-game. And this is where, now this is basically sort of a 1v1. I think, okay. I was just checking something real quick, but. So, Soviet mid-game. A lot of people mess this up. Because usually they keep on spamming infantry, and the infantry keeps on dying. And like they just end up bleeding so many infantry. Like they're 5 supply each, but that starts to add up. And it gets really expensive to lose them. And the enemy team or person starts making a bunch of Persians, a bunch of units, and they just keep on killing the infantry faster and faster until they just have a giant pile of material and they just roll over Soviets. So the Soviets have to do something about heavy armor like Persians. Now, there's 2 primary ways they can respawn. SU-100s and Sturmovix. And it really depends on how early you're played out. Like, if you have an AT base up, to counter a tank rush or something, then you're probably going to go SU-100s. Because you already have the AT base up. Like, if you don't have an AT base, it's going to 40 for the AT base, 25 to research SU-85, then another 50 to research SU-100. Like, it's just so much money. I did have an AT base, but I got destroyed. And now here, I have an airfield. And on some maps, you're going to end up with an airfield. So an AT base, depending on how the matchup and situation plays out. And the Cervic is only 50, and it's only 35 supply, and there is a significant difference between 35 and 40 supply when comparing a Typhoon and Cervic. So it's just a lot. It's much cheaper startup to start making Cervics than SU-100s right now. And I have decent. I already have my own air, and I have AA, so I have enough. And the map is small enough, and I have enough map control that I don't really have to worry about my Cervix getting shot down. And enemy doesn't have any A either. So I'm pretty much almost guaranteed to get a Cervic runoff. And even if I lose a Cervic, as long as I kill the Persian, it's still a positive trade. So again, Cervic, SU-100 are the principal ways mid-game to kill Persians or other heavy armor. And sometimes you can get both, but generally that doesn't happen, and because it's just so expensive. I don't know, I just send the P8 over. Then I send the Ish Jackson. And as for gvardiya, the amount of heavy infantry is pretty much always useful just to put in towns or something, but the amount you make is pretty much directly relevant to how much artillery, tanks, or air the enemy person has. Basically, how much stuff they have that can kill your infantry without taking losses. If they have a bunch of that, your infantry is just going to die after handling it well. If they don't have a bunch of it, like right now, where it's mostly rangers, and a handful of tanks, 2 of them are laser, which aren't going to do much, you can still use infantry. And you put them out across the map, since enemies going to primarily respawn with infantry, since they don't have any other resources to respawn with in a large amount. And gvardiya beat rangers one-on-one, so. And that's why I'm still making a lot of rangers, so I can try to probe and push forward. And I know I'll be beating out the rangers with the gvardiya. Fortunately, I fuck up with the ISU, and it gets... Well, the first person shot misses. PE8 lives, which is nice. Try to send my gvardiya forward. And I still have a lot more income. I have... Oh, wait. I have 9 depots, and they have 4 depots. So I'm just getting so much more income. I also... Okay, so they researched Mustangs, which is really not that smart, in my opinion. Because you want a, like... I'm sticking with Ishaks, although the Soviets do want to get Yak 3s at some point. But in general, you can keep basic fighters in situations like this on a small map, like behind enemy lines. Because the advanced fighters, what did they give you? Well, first, or what did they cost and give you? They cost 50 to upgrade if you're not Soviets, which is a lot of money. And every little bit of money counts in 1v1s like this, or 2v2 turn 1v1, even 2v2, like every little bit of money counts. And 50 is a lot. And what do you get? You get more damage and you get more speed. Well, look how small this map is. The speed, honestly, does not matter. It matters little, but it doesn't matter nearly enough to justify the tech price and the cost increase of the Warhawk and the Mustang. The damage, it also doesn't really matter, since in this situation, you're probably going to be fighting under your AA. And If you're attacking over enemy AA, the damage really isn't going to matter. Like, you're just going to lose if the enemy has enough AA. And they most likely will have enough AA. But Warhawks and Mustangs both do the same damage against ground units. So you're losing out strafe damage, and you can do less amount of strafing on light units. So you're just losing out on a lot of potential strafe damage. And you don't need the speed. Look how small this map is. And you don't need the extra damage really either, since you're going to be playing over it, fighting over AA most of the time anyway. You're not going to be taking air battles over the enemy AA. Like, it's just not worth it for the loss and damage against ground units. And so much money you have to spend. Now, you might say, look at this map though, you could go around the map, there's so much outside space, and on the 1v1 version of that map, that happens, you might say. Well, yeah, on the 1v1 version, starting air is very common. It usually turns into air barracks versus air barracks on the 1v1 version of this map. Face to face. But you're not going to be doing, like, because on the 1v1 version, it's pretty standard to go outside of the general play area, so I can go bomb the enemy depots and behind the enemy base, since you can't really build AA everywhere. Usually, dude, it's pretty easy to get through it from behind. But on this map, you can't do that. Or in this situation, you can't do that, because there's so much material and money in the middle right now. Like, he doesn't have the resources to be able to build up some planes and some bombers and some recon and go around. Because he has to keep his attention and effort on the middle of the map. Like, there's just too much happening in the middle right now for him to do something else. If he tries to do some build up to go around, I'm just going to roll over him in the front. And while he will be going around, again, he's not going to be strafing all the light infantry I have either. So it's more losses and not doing, like, he's less damage. Or it's more damage he isn't doing by trying to do something like that. He doesn't have the time or resources to be able to just go around. I get a second airfield out to speed up Cermovic research and production. These guys are getting strafed. Okay, yeah. Also, the increased speed does mean you can do more strafing runs, since your fighter goes across the map faster, so he gets back to the airfield master. But think of it this way. Would you rather have a slightly faster P-51, or would you rather have a third Pershing right now? Ask yourself that. Or would you rather have a Pershing like 50 seconds earlier? The answer is the Pershing. You want the Pershing that much earlier. You want one more Pershing right now. Anyway, I don't think he was expecting the Cermovic, so I get the Cermovic out, and I just out-kill that Pershing. And I think he gets away, actually. Yeah, I don't even lose the Cermovic for it. Second Cermovic comes out. Beat it back up. I lose an Ishak, unfortunately. And the auto-targeting awareness means fucking Cermovic starts fighting a Mustang, but I have AA in Ishak, so he loses the Mustang. I fucking strafed an infantry, whoops. So that was unfortunate. Although by now I have more AA up. I don't... Okay, I don't kill that Mustang, unfortunately. Okay, I kill this Persian. I think I lose the Cermovic, but I'm still winning out the trades slightly, since Cermovics are only 35 and Persians are 40. Another air combat, but I have AA. I also get the artillery AA base right here, so I can make AA over here and put it over here easily, or easier than having to make it go across the map. The leads are being annoying, but whatever. The barracks is only 10 supply, so I don't really mind losing it. I ended up strafing Italy. It would have been nice if I had blitz on mid. Although maybe I didn't have a ruse. Because these Cermovic losses are really annoying. But I have so much more income again. I can afford these losses. And the AA, see, now I am getting some return kills if I drag them over. Like I killed a 0. He takes over this town, and I thought he had more than one infantry in here, which is why I didn't retake it right away. I kill 2 more Mustangs with the AA. I take over this town over here. Like, this is why it's so important to have AA, because he might even be able to, if he has enough AA, he can actually stop my Sturmovix before they launch, or before they attack. And he's definitely going to get the kill on the Sturmovik if he has enough AA. But with only planes, it's just so much to deal with, and he's losing so many with planes to my AA. And sometimes you don't get the target on the Sturmovik off, so your planes don't shoot down the Sturmovik. It's just really awkward to deal with. I strafe that Willies. This depot almost dies, but I actually start killing the Rangers. Okay, he captures it, so I just recapture. Like, EDV just doesn't have income. He's not building over here for some reason. He's not taking his side depots. I'm actually building admins now. I have 1 up. The ADV shouldn't have bothered with the Mustang research, as I was saying earlier. It would have been much better to go with AA or earlier Persians. So I try to push out since I underestimate the amount of infantry he has, so he actually kills all these gvardiya, unfortunately. This also illustrates why if the enemy has a town right here, you don't want them to have it, but it's not that big a deal. As long as you keep infantry in the forest around the town, since you get an ambush off and you just kill the infantry if they exit the town, like he's doing to me. I kill more Mustangs. Well, actually, I don't kill one of them. More combat over here. Again, I'm still putting out the gvardiya since he's mostly countering your rangers. He doesn't have a whole lot of Persians right here to strafe the gvardiya. And it's like more cost effective. Like, I'm gonna be winning the cost effective battle between rangers and gvardiya. This happens unfortunately, but he doesn't get the kill, which is nice. I don't get that Persian kill, since sometimes advanced fighter bombers don't actually kill level 4 armor for some reason. Oh, I do lose this depot, actually. That's unfortunate. He makes a priest, which isn't going to do anything. And I get this gvardiya over here, which is nice, so I can kill the depot. I kill this Mustang. I kill the Persian. Like, you should have had AA. The priest definitely isn't going to do anything. I don't know why I built it. Like, super poor damage. It costs so much, and I'm just going to Sturmovik, obviously, so... I rebuild the depot over here. I strafe some of these infantry. Like, and I drag another Mustang over, and I kill the Mustang. And I camo my admins just in case something happens. Now I have 3 admins. Now, a person who's better could have ended the match probably already, because they know exactly what to do to win. But I was being better safe than sorry since I wasn't sure exactly what I needed to do. So I just decided to build admins and do a slow and steady way to victory. I kill that Persian. I do another infantry push over here. Yeah, there's a bombers coming out. And I actually sent my Sturmoviks after the bombers, but let me check. Oh shit, Mitchell does 24 damage. That's more than I thought. Yeah, to do more than Sturmoviks for some reason, which is kind of stupid in my opinion. Sturmovik should definitely have a higher anti-air rating in my opinion. But yeah, I use those 2 Sturmoviks, which is a bit of a mess up on my part. I get ZSUs out, so my A doesn't get strafed. And ZSUs are more mobile. They're actually really mobile. They're 39 kilometers per hour. I have a push going on. I go after a depot. And his Persian is actually doing slash damage against the depot with that cannon shell. And now he bombs his own depot, so he's like, it dies. But, I mean, Ishak's are garbage. I haven't killed Mitchell. Or I'm moving my A up. Probably could have done this earlier, to be honest. Killing so many planes. I only panicked the Persian, but now it's slower, so I just kill it with gvardiya. And now I get Pushkas out, start working down the airfield. And he's being really, really tenacious and not actually dying. And I don't have any actual tanks, so it's a little bit awkward to push. Since I just have like infantry blobs with AA and Sturmovik support. I kill more. Oh, that. Okay, that Mustang actually lives. I Sturmovik another Persian. I kill that Mustang. Yeah, and the machine gun nest dies. I finally killed the airfield with this. Okay, next barrage, I think. Yeah, it took me a little bit to end this. Okay, now I kill the airfield. I had a little infantry push right here. And I'd respond to it, although a little bit late. Send out another PE8 since he has almost no AA. But PE8s are garbage since they're so slow. Rebuild a barracks in the middle so I can have my infantry be closer when I make them. I get another pushka out. Yeah, I thought those were real units. Then I go for the Sturmovik shape, but they're actually decoys, which is pretty smart. Although it does raise the question, what if he was making Shermans instead of Persians? Since then I can't trade. Like, what if he did that when he realized I was going Sturmoviks? Because I can't trade Sturmoviks against Persians effectively. Since I don't want to be losing a 35 supply Sturmovik versus a 20 supply Sherman. It's just a really interesting question. Like, I would obviously have to go AT at some point, but it will take a little bit of time and a decent amount of money for me to do that. So if you did like some quick Sherman push, it makes me wonder if that could actually get somewhere. Although, as I was saying earlier, like, he keeps on losing the Mustangs when he keeps on killing my Sturmovik since it drags over my AA, which is another 25 supply. So if he lost a Sherman and a Mustang for every Sturmovik he killed, he's still losing out on that trade. Which also illustrates why it's just so important to have AA. Is you just want to be able to kill the planes with your AA. Like, if you keep on losing your own plane while killing enemy fighter bombers, like, it's obviously going to be a bad trade. Yeah, these are decoy units. He gets M19s. I don't know why, though, because M19s and M16s are one-shots, both to Sturmoviks. So it's not worth it to get M19s. Yeah, no, I break through over here with my infantry. A surprise attack, unfortunately, so some of these gvardiya die. Dispersion gets panicked. I kill that Persian with the Sturmovik, and now he surrenders. Definitely a really fun game for me. I obviously had a lot more income because admins, and I just had more depots overall. Yeah, 600 losses infantry, about 1,000 kills. I got a fuck ton of AA kills. I actually went positive with the tanks. My KV1 killed more than when it died, which lost 40, killed 55. 620 plane kills against 755 losses. But that was mostly because, well, my micro kind of sucked, but I was also just feeding a lot of Sturmoviks near the end. But even if it was roughly 1-1 throughout the course in a match, like, it was doing its job, because by keeping his Persian count low, it let me use my gvardiya to go infiltrate and go forward and kill depots, kill enemy rangers, just kill a bunch of shit. Keep on me killing his Persians, let my gvardiya do stuff. That's what I'm saying. And also, I went over the issue of only having air instead of AA. His Mustangs kept on getting dragged over my AA by trying to kill my Cervix. So even if they killed the Cervix, the Mustang would still die. And that, plus what the Cervix already killed on the ground, means he was losing those trades really badly. It's like, if I kill a Persian, then he uses his Mustang to kill my Cervix, but he also loses a Mustang. He loses a total of 65. Well, I only lose 35, so really, really bad trade. Yeah, that is the end of this video.